Hello, 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 and welcome to the Chasing Growth podcast. Here is Matteo.
And here's Sascha, your two hosts for a new podcast. And everybody will ask, Matteo, why are we going to do a podcast, especially in English, and another podcast even? I'm not good in English, and I'm not good in Spanish. So why are we do that podcast?
So it's crazy the fact that we were the other day in Barcelona, like at night, we were having a super honest conversation, and it was so good. And we were getting out like so much, and like starting from the question, how can we grow our businesses? How can I grow? How can you grow? How can we grow like as a person, like apart from our professional side? And from there, like you started like the idea of saying we should record that, right?
Yes. Yeah, I really loved to be with you in Barcelona and had this kind of conversation. And of course, it helps me to think new ways. And I love the idea of doing something, grow, and inspire maybe other people who are maybe in the same or in a similar situation. Because sometimes if you just tell your story, other people can relate to and say, oh, damn. And I think what I loved is the honesty we had. And
yeah,
it's not like, oh, everything is so perfect. No, it's more like two guys sitting together and said, shit, where is the drive? What can we do to push the things? Because I personally feel like, and I think I'm sure you feel the same, that we are not playing on this level we could play our potential.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like the honesty and the deep conversation comes from a non-script thing, right? So we were just speaking, and from there you come out with this story that I didn't know. The rowing team that wanted to win the Olympic, and they just focused on make their boat faster. So basically, their motto at the time was, will it make my boat faster? And they focused everything on such a thing. So like everything they did at the time was like aiming if the boat would go faster or not. So if that's something which meant even like for example, the thing that you told me, like if they had to choose between some salad or some whatever hamburger, like full like McDonald's hamburger, like what will make my boat faster? They would have asked themselves, and so eventually they would have chosen the hamburger. Of course not. But like the point is here, like focusing everything on growth, on growing, is what inspired us, or at least on my side, I could say like you are so inspiring to me, Sascha, and you know that, and I'm so honored to call you my friend and to be here with you. And all this idea of starting with the new podcast was even thanks to this story.
Yeah. I can say the same. It really helps me to inspire. And this podcast will help me going out of my comfort zone, because if I tell you my grades in English, it was horrible. And now doing a podcast in English, it's really a little bit challenging. And to all the listeners, I have to say, sorry for all my bad words and the misunderstanding, the wrong verbs and all the stuff like that. I try hard. And if I do something wrong, please help me. I try my best, and I'm here to grow and to learn. And this is, I think, the best example why we do this podcast.
Yeah, that's the concept. Like we are actually growing in this journey. So I hope and I feel that it will be a beautiful journey, because like you guys from the other side, you will see our growth as much as maybe something that we can give you, and maybe you can grow with us. And it's crazy saying the fact that you said that in like for the English, like it's challenging. And when we're like, funny fact was that when we were choosing our name, like Sascha was excluding all the names of the podcast because he couldn't pronounce that. So Sascha, please pronunciate the Chasing Growth podcast.
No, Chasing Growth is fine for me. We had some different ones which were, Yeah. well,
Challenging.
yeah, too challenging for me, and still today it's really challenging. But maybe someday we will talk about these hard things about. Okay, so the podcast will be about growing and what we are doing in our business and in our life to grow and to get to this potential where we think that our potential should be or our potential is, and we are not, yeah, right now living
100%
it.
aligned with what
Yeah.
with what we could give to this world, right? So eventually, like the drive, the why, the reason for which like we are waking up every day and going out for a workout and hitting always the like showing up for our businesses and being there for the people we love, etc., etc. So like of course there are many challenges during the day, and it's not just business wise. It's like there are many personal stuff that gets into like the business life. And the idea of the podcast is sharing everything, like in our challenges, in our good times, in our bad times, our failures, how we grow every time we just make a step. And that's the actual thing. So Sasha, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I can do that first. So my name is Sascha Franz. I'm living in Switzerland right now, coming from Germany, as you maybe hear. And I'm into the health sector just right from the birth because of my dad. And the one thing I really love is some kind of challenging on the one side. And on the other side, I love to learn and to grow, because all the time I went to so many seminars. And that's really funny. Even a girlfriend said, "Hey, you're some kind of seminar junkie." And the interesting thing is, like, yes, because I think I was always seeking that there I could not live my full potential. And on the other hand, I found out that going to seminars is one thing, but put it into your life and using it is a total different side of the medal. And therefore, yeah, some can really be much better in this time. The biggest value of mine is freedom. This is, I have to say, because I love traveling, and I just right from the beginning I was clear I can't have a 9-to-5 job. I have to be at least self-employed. I want to do something by my own, because I will not survive if somebody tells me when, how, and what I have to do. So I got into the self-employment style, and this allowed me a lot of things. Seeing a lot of things, give me a lot of time freedom. And on the other side, it's not always very simple. So, and it's always hard if you're just by your own. And now I see you are so much faster if you work with like-minded people. And if everyone who sits on the same table with the same vision started to learn and then give his learnings into the group will so much faster grow than instead of doing something alone. And I think this is also one thought about our thing with the podcast. But the crazy thing is you are so crazy young and you are such amazing. And so tell us, who are you, Matteo?
Sasha, thank you for that. I'm a pretty young entrepreneur. Nowadays I'm 24, but let's say that my like the fact that I'm here, it's like my entrepreneurial career, quote unquote, is characterized by a very short but intense moment of my life where I failed so much and so many times that I can really say that I'm passionate for growth. Because otherwise, like people that know me that well, like wouldn't explain themselves. How can you still go on after you fail and fail and fail and fail and fail that way? So, but just getting a little bit backwards, I like my education is characterized by my football experience. Like I played football pretty much all my life. And so I could say that the work ethic and the sacrifice and facing sacrifices is what I learned by playing football like since a very young age. And then when I jumped into the entrepreneurial world when I was barely 19, I realized that, of course, like the world is completely different than just quote unquote just a football pitch, even though it can be metaphorized everything. So I'm kind of today still face things like if I was playing football somehow. And I, as Sasha said, as you said, Sasha, I am passionate about traveling, and I was blessed with traveling a lot. Like I really traveled a lot, and these gave me the chance to experience many cultures, many things that helped me having a pretty wide view of the things. And for this reason, I can say that if I'm passionate about something, I'm passionate about growth. Like I literally I don't do something that as an end result there is not a growth in something. Meaning, like even if I have to go for a walk with my girlfriend, like eventually this walk with my girlfriend has to result in a very good conversation that can even be a just light conversation, but like I want to grow in my relationship. And it's something stressful sometimes because like my girlfriend Paula always like eat me up on that. Oh my God, it's so heavy this way of living, quote unquote. It can even be like that. But if there is no growth in my business, in my personal life, in my love life, and in everything that I do, I kind of don't see the reason why I should do that. Maybe it's just my mindset now, and that's why I love getting around, as you said, with like-minded people, and that's why I love just having conversation with you and just like partnering up with you, even in this incredible journey that we are starting here.
Yeah. And I have to jump into the things you said about growth, because I once heard a thing that growth is a nature thing, and everything which is not growing anymore, it's dead.
Oh yeah.
And so growth is essential in every kind, I think. And you said it so right. You have to grow in your personal way, but you also have to grow in your business, of course, and also in your relationship. Because if you're not growing in a relationship, that could be pretty much the end. It could be boring. And the funny thing is, I think I will get in this podcast, I will be the one who give the most relationship advice, because I don't have one. so that could be one of the best idea, because from the outside everyone is so intelligent, but when it comes to oneself, it's yeah, in my life it's so different. Yeah, but I can tell you how to do this. No.
Yeah, that's funny, Sasha. Like as you said, then of course everyone has its own experiences, and we are here to just give our own experiences. Like no matter what then is the outcome. Like talking about your personal life, it doesn't really matter that if you are not in a relationship right now. It would, maybe it's a choice, right? So that's another thing, and that's what even just in giving a message, that's what everyone should start thinking about when it's matter of like we are in this world of comparison. Maybe like the comparison thing could be absolutely a topic of the podcast. But where like the comparison, it's pushed like through social media, through all these connected world, and we always compare ourselves like through age, through like results, through whatever like is our life or their life, etc. And at the end, like it doesn't really matter, like nor age, nor results, nor anything, because like your path is your path. And like of course you had a different background, you had a different story, like you are building a completely different story. So even that, like we are here, we're giving our experience, and I think that you on the other side, that you're listening to us in this moment, you should think, I'm building my story, and this is what you should be focused on, because even that could be a very big distraction to your growth.
Yeah. I don't know if I should jump in, because when you talked about hey, don't compare yourself with someone else, and everyone has this own path. I once read a very interesting study they made with older people. And the one thing is, like, do you know how old a swan is getting?
What's a swan?
A swan, the white things who are on the water, like a duck, but
Oh yeah, okay,
the white.
yeah. Do you know how old a swan is getting?
What? Yeah, how old he's getting? How many years?
No.
So it's around 20 years. They grow up till 20 years. The interesting thing is, from the first day after they left his gray feather instead of getting white, till the last day, his look is always the same. You don't see the age on this animal. And the interesting thing is, the closer the animals are to the humans, the more you see how they getting old. Interesting. Look at dogs. Did you ever realize that the owner and the dogs look always sometimes similar a little bit?
Yeah.
And if the yeah, so this is some kinds of funny. And now the interesting part is they do a study in where do they place older people in place where older people are, and they told them, hey, instead of saying you are 70, just say yourself always you are 50. And the interesting thing is, these persons started to have less pain, the skin became better, and even one woman got her period back. So it is so crazy. Okay, some people would say, hey, I'm so happy I don't have it anymore. But the thing is, we are the mind is so strong and we use it so badly. And I'm here too sometimes. So I'm so happy to have people around me who sometimes tell me, hey, think different. But I think this podcast always will be also looking at how we can work with our mind, because this is the most important part.
Definitely. I love that one. That's true. Like the mind is so powerful, and mostly like literally what we think it is, like it's what we can actually create. The reality we can create. Okay, Sasha, amazing. That's enough as an introduction. I would say so, guys. Every week you will find a topic like this, as much as many others, in platforms as Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcast, and all the other platforms for listening to podcast, the one you prefer.
And also the video version on YouTube. And the interesting part is, every Monday it will be sent out in the morning, so you can start your week with our input. And the special one on this podcast is, on Friday, we will do a 5-minute feedback Friday about what did we try this week, what did we fail, where did you fail at, what did we learn, and where did we grow this week. And it's total transparent, because we thought about, it's amazing to have a accountability partner, not just we both, because now the whole world can listen if we fucked it up or not. So I think that's also very great.
Yeah, like that's pretty much a heavy burden that we are carrying.
Absolutely. I think this is also another thing which pushes out of the comfort zone, and
always for growth.
Always for growth. Yeah. So if you like the podcast series, we would be happy if you rate it with a 5-star review. If you have any questions, you can find us on the social media. So you will find everything into the description. If you want to reach out to us, hey, feel free. We are so happy to get some feedbacks, what you would love to hear, what topics would be interesting for you. And then we hope to see you soon in the next podcast series.
Thank you from the Chasing Growth podcast.
Ciao.